Since we set out to create the CEO community about 2 years ago, we've had over a dozen dinners now. Over 80 CEOs have come through the dinners. There's been a consistent request, could we create the same intimate environment for their CFOs and their COOs to share stories, share their understandings and insights and the challenges for those unique functions in building leadership capability to lead into the future.
What was interesting for me was to see, despite people coming from very different roles in their organizations, their challenges were largely the same. They were also able to find the common ground of how do you drive change? How do you lead culture in your organization? I think one person even said, why do we have different titles? We're dealing with the same things, which is really the goal of these evenings for us.
First of all, getting the CFO and the COO community together, which is reasonably unusual and rare, so I think that was a great win. I think then talking around how operational excellence can add value, the challenges, the people, the culture, and some of the leadership challenges you would have in that space, I think was really insightful, really open, really transparent, and Chatham House rules, which enable people to be open and honest around some of the personal challenges, organizational challenges, and leadership challenges.
One of the themes that came out, which really centered the whole evening, was around a framework for freedom, which was really interesting. I didn't expect to see that come out as one of the core points of the night. I was expecting more around tech and AI, but it was really great to hear some of the stories they were bringing to life. We had people with military backgrounds, and it was great to hear from them around some of the experiences they used in the armed forces and how that applies to work. Another key theme was around being human-centered. How do we actually support the right team, get them engaged in the right work, build high-performing teams? Again, it's a challenge we're seeing with many customers that we're helping with today. And it was a real common theme, which I was really surprised again, seeing different industries having that kind of challenge. I think one thing we all walked away from the evening with was understanding we're all in the same position, right? Well, we got the same challenges. So the community was really thriving, and I think it will continue to go on for many more months, and we're going to be able to help each other.